because it was so attached to my identity.
Yeah.
So when I started doing comedy, I was like, let's rejigger like my mind.
Easy, Joe. We're gonna have to cut that.
We're gonna have to believe that.
The second it came out of your mouth,
saying it,
I was like, did I say it?
Welcome to Out and About. It is Friday, and Nana and Trish are coming off a little bit of a bender. We went to Hannah Berner's party last night for her Netflix special. We have an interview with her today. You guys are going to get that after we do a little bit of a chat here. But I'm hurting. I had a Five Guys burger.
Fuck.
And
I was
I'm okay.
overserved, and I didn't get enough sleep. I took a Xanax too late.
Oh, God.
I'm just like, I've seen enough. Like, I if I had to go today, I'd be like, you know what? I get it. It's like I'm fine with just kind of calling it quits.
It's time.
I don't even think dying will give you the deep of the rest that I need right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I forgot how good of a sleep I have if I like get drunk. Oh my God, I slept like a fucking rock.
You don't have.
I was just shit faced.
Do you have electricity at your house?
I'm sorry?
Do you have an air conditioner at your house?
Ma'am? Yes, I do. I have air conditioner.
But how often do you have to go down to the basement to crank the thing to like get the power going?
We actually have Za down there on pedals. He pedals it and it gets going.
In the carriage house.
What a fun party though. She had a party last night at the Gansevoort Dime. What's it called? Dimes?
Dimes only.
Dimes only in the basement. I forgot how many people I know in New York City and like the comedy scene and all this.
I knew every person there.
Everyone, every time I turned around, it was someone from my past who I like just haven't thought about in a while. It was arguably the best crowd at any party that I've been to ever.
Well, I think because Hannah Berner is that bitch and she just only surrounds herself with quality people.
Yep. Well, that's why we were there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there was a person there that I didn't like. Yeah. People from near and far.
Now the brain will misfire. It was funny though because the people that Joey knows, there was some beauty gurus there, and Nana goes right up. Mwah, mwah, mwah. He knows the beauty gurus. I knew the comics, so it was the yin and yang. You were serving cunt, I believe.
I know. I was serving. I was wearing a Comme des Garçons ivory suit from the top tip to toe, and I had to wear a pump.
I
was wearing heels last night. Maybe that's why I'm so lethargic today.
He was literally wearing
4-inch heels.
4-inch heels, and he had. Nana likes to internally feel fish, but externally it was covered up.
She was covered,
just so he knows in the back of his head he's a little bit fishy.
Yeah,
but
I had an elevated pump on.
It was all time. You had a Japanese tie, I believe, as well.
It was a Japanese blazer I was wearing, and I just wanted to upstage Hannah. But
yeah.
I mean, what if
Paige was there? She was great.
Paige DeSorbo.
I knew. Look at the face, serving the face. Look at the video.
That was the ice luge.
You're wearing heels in that?
Yeah.
I was like, why is Joey this tall? He's as tall as me. Look at the face.
You can't see him there.
That is the funniest.
We were doing it. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have an ice luge that's happening.
And you know what? To all the haters who said that Nana and Trish lost our fastball, the girls still got it, okay? We can still go out and work a room with the best of them, reconvene when necessary. We divide and conquer when we are at the parties.
Can I add two things? Well, one thing, I guess. Both hairs looking good.
Thank you,
Hair on both of you looking
great.
great.
We got haircuts.
I went shorter.
Yeah, it looks
much
good.
shorter. I need it. I was
Looks
like looking
good.
a little shaggy.
I was gonna wear a weft. I almost did.
No.
I almost wore a
with a Japanese
bang.
tie.
I was gonna tilt it this way because I wanted to get a voluminous finger wave. So I wanted to add a weft here.
Okay.
Or right behind the partition. And I was gonna back comb. And adhere it, and then from there I was gonna start, incorporating the weft into the style.
From there, I'd go ahead and take it down.
But I had to, I bought 3 clip-on bangs this week from
Gosh, you are like
from
3 clip-on
Amazon. So I'm gonna start wearing hair pieces.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say I had something about this party. I can't remember. Everyone was drunk, which I loved. Like no one was holding back. Everyone was in a good mood.
I realized all those drinks there's Red Bull in all those drinks.
That's insane. First
On top
of all,
of
that you didn't know there was Red Bull in the drinks. That's what I was gonna say. I knew the night was shaping up. Like it was gonna be a good night. because A, it was in my neighborhood, so that's a win. It's right next to my house. Perfect. Cobblestone Street, beautiful, the whole thing. And so we get to the bar and we sit down. We have a drink. Then we get a round of shots. Then
ordered
Then
shots.
we have another drink. Then we have another round of shots. Then we have another drink. Then we go. And that was 10 minutes. And it was like, all right, time to go to the party.
But yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to do this.
The music was great. It was like it was like millennial, like it was like gangster. It was like your rap. You could have done a rap TikTok on it.
Damn, that would have been sick.
It would have been lit AF.
Francis Ellis was there. Brianna Chicken Fry was there.
Grace O'Malley was there.
Carolyn Woodruff was there.
Joe Gorga and Melissa Gorga was there.
Pilot Pete was there.
Amy Schumer was there.
Tina Fey was there.
O.J. Simpson was there.
The late Rue McClanahan was there.
The corpse of Robin Williams was also there. A lot of funny people. We're going to get to our interview with Hannah momentarily, but first, there's a couple things we got to talk about. Your girl, Gypsy Rose, is now pregnant with her boyfriend, Ken Euchre. Baby, that's the guy who she was dating before she went into jail.
No. That was Nick.
Break it down.
Nick is the one that killed her mother. This is Ken. She was dating him in prison. This is one of her first prison boyfriends. They dated for a while, and they had, due to some differences, they broke up. But she never got that dick because she was not a conjugal visit, so she never got the dick. So she was always craving, wondering what it was. Then she gets out of prison and she's with that fat
in her
slob
head right
from
now.
that fat slob from Family Guy.
Yeah.
With him, and she's
he
like,
was nasty.
yeah, and a slob come up. He was disgusting. Not because he's fat. I mean, your mom's fat, so it's like,
Right. Yeah.
it's
Oh.
I just think that she had to get out of there. Now she's finally, she finally went back to someone like that had her heart to begin with, and she's been catching loads ever since.
Can I ask a question about catching loads as a lady? Feel free to slide into my DMs. If someone nuts in your pussy, does it drip out?
If you don't put your legs in the air, if you're trying to conceive, you have to put
You
your
gotta go
legs in the
upside
air.
down on the couch after, right?
No, well, no. I usually just put my legs against the wall, like with the headboard, and
Right.
scoot my butt to the headboard, just because I want it all to get to my cervix.
Got it.
Um,
And that's how
I
you.
do.
Now that's how you conceived your first labradoodle.
Yes.
Believe it or not. Now,
that's how I conceived Wiggles.
Nana birthed a Maine Coon that way one time.
But she is. I don't think she's ready for motherhood, but I do hope that she chooses the middle name Dee Dee for her for the baby in honor of her late mother.
Well, I mean, she didn't quite have the best example of a mother. I mean, she killed her.
No, Nick killed her.
Imagine if history repeats itself. She starts doing Munchausen's to her new baby. That'll be fucking lit.
If you were in prison, that guy was DMing you, trying to be your boyfriend, would you hook up with him?
The middle photo, he doesn't look bad, but then I see the hair on the sides.
Vinny, same question. You're horned up in prison, and he's sending you dick
You haven't
pics.
got you haven't
He's
had a
sending you.
Fifi fuck in a
He's
while.
sending you dick pics through JPay.
It depends how long you're in prison for. It's a
25
sliding
to
scale.
life.
You were there for 10 years.
That's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time. Then,
But
yeah.
him, I'm saying, is that the type of guy that would
No.
swoon you, or would you want to be someone's bitch? Would you pretend to be Latino just to get in the Latino gang in the prison?
That's a great
I think
question.
so. I've thought about.
Because there's not an Italian gangs, I'm sure.
No, I've-
it's
They're all like
it's
federal-
blacks, whites, and Hispanics.
Yeah, I'd probably go Hispanic. Say I'm Puerto Rican. Shave my head. Promise I don't know Spanish, so I think.
I
they'd
think-
I
find
feel
me out
bad for the
pretty
other
quick.
non-denominational races that don't get such a big
Well,
representation.
No, they get
definitely-
absorbed,
there's
though.
white
Do you think there's an
gangs,
Asian
but
gang
the
in
white-
prison?
the
No,
white
you have to be
gangs-
Aryan Brotherhood if you're in there.
Yeah, that
like I
scares
would
me.
have to be Aryan
Like
Brotherhood.
you have to be a skinhead, like a
Yeah.
Nazi, in order to be in the white group.
Yeah, you just have to adapt. Like I would have to
Yeah.
become a skinhead.
You just have to
But
tat up.
do they
shave your
ever
head.
like
But I think I
have
think Jews are
honorary
fine.
can I be an honorary sister if I want to hang out with the black folk?
I think if you put a mop on your head and started walking around swinging them hips, maybe.
But yeah, I feel bad. Like what about the Pacific Islanders? Like who do they
Right.
hang out with? I can't imagine there's that many Asians unless it's about
No, I think like California probably has a big Asian prison population.
Yeah, but do they have gangs? Just like what Joe.
That's
said?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
the
the black-
Yakuza, brother.
But that has to be a small gang. Like you can't what if work broke out or a prison takeover? Like the Bengali group is not going to be able to hold a candle to the.
Asians, Vinny's. This is.
I know
this,
the community. Okay,
This is already a pre-done tab.
this
before
is
the show came up.
this is his book report he wrote last week for.
Yeah,
his
read it
school.
out.
I know the Asian community despised Asian gangs, but if you don't know that California prisons,
What did I tell
the
you?
Asian gangs put aside the gangs and come together as Asian.
Boy, I ain't getting fitted for my wedding. You know what I mean? I was gonna talk about, you know what I mean?
Hi, I'm recording my podcast. Can I call you back?
It's actually.
Do you just want to call and say I love you? You just want to call and say you love me? Oh, you're so silly. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye. That's my boyfriend's ringtone.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You just clearly heard it.
That's crazy.
Anyway, back to my story. They protect the Asian elders and the Asian non-gang members from other races. I told you, so they're incorporating.
There's no extortion.
All these Asians unite together in California prison and prejudice with the race. Within the race, it's not often tolerated. Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Korean, Filipino, Cambodian, Laos, Hmong, Mayan, and Lalu. I would have to remove my tongue to pronounce that correctly.
Of course, we'll talk in tongues.
You have the Islanders who unite with the Asians. I just think it's a good community of people. I think that's what happens. I think there's like others. Like I think it's like, you know, if you're like in the bands, like if you play the flute, the clarinet, it's like you're all musical theater. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what it is.
Look, I think nowhere in America has a stronger community than prison. I think prisoners have a kinship that you just don't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now, we actually have a video of someone. I don't even know how to transition to this. That was a lovely conversation. You know about our boy Sketch. Do we even need to talk about our boy Sketch?
Yes, everyone's calling him Stretch. I have a few
know.
things to say about this. I am so pleased with how
The reaction.
how well all this is being received. I haven't seen one negative thing about about attacking his character, talking about homosexuality or everything. They're just like so. Like they just said, like this guy can't lose. Like it's like everything he's doing is like perfection. Like I've never seen someone take a big dick like that in my life,
I will say this.
except at my bar mitzvah.
I will say this. Sketch can fuck. I don't know if we're supposed
Wait,
to
was
say
he
that.
topping? Was he topping?
He was bottoming. He was power bottoming. That guy, never judge a book by its cover because that was like some porn level sex. Well, I guess it was porn. But Sketch, for those of you who don't know, this big Twitch streamer.
What's up, brother?
Welcome to the team, brother. He had some OnlyFans stuff leaked, and some people thought that was like going to be a big deal. It just wasn't because no one gives a fuck anymore what anyone does, which is great. I feel bad for the kid though. He said he was going to kill himself, and like if people found out, he was actually on a live stream as people started to find out, and he walked out of the live stream, and they were texting him like, "Come back, come back." But everyone's been great to Sketch. We love Sketch. Sketch is a good friend of our friend Caleb Presley.
Yes,
the Yak, all that. So
I think it's so funny. I mean, he swept the nation. I think the initial shock of scandal is like every straight boy
takes dick,
and every straight boy and their mother is obsessed with him, and like, you know, of their colleges and sports teams, professional athletes, everyone's doing the "What's Up, Brother," and they just love him for his quirkiness and his all around fun personality. And that, I think that's the biggest shock, that all these people that looked up to this kid, and then he was like doing that. But it's like, because like, you know, straight guys couldn't imagine that. But I don't think anyone's like,
no one's shocked. No one
cares about
cares.
it. My thing that I care about is the wardrobe choices. Like he was pulling the thong to the side.
You actually texted me that. You're like, you pulled the panties to the side.
And also like, and then his costume, he was like, you know, into like cosplay, but he was like wearing like slutty outfits at Persona. Like I never knew that he was into it. It reminds me of a young Gypsy Rose back when she had that computer under her bed and she was AOL chatting.
That's true. That's very true. Look, everyone does. You never judge a book by its cover. People do weird shit in the bedroom, and you know, whatever. Not that what he did was weird, but
I did something weird in the bedroom this morning.
Well, I'm sorry?
I did something weird in the bedroom this morning.
You got throat fucked?
No, I ate McDonald's.
Oh. Same thing. A little more gay news. Julia Fox came out as a lesbian.
Oh my God.
Today in Who Gives a Fuck, Julia Fox came out as a lesbian. Like, enough.
Is that her?
That's her. Yeah.
Is that her after she came out?
I don't even think we need a video
so
of her.
Gross.
I don't
I'm
understand.
sick of her. She's annoying.
Who
cares? This is made up also. Probably.
Whatever. We're over Julia Rose, Julie Fox. What else we got? New York City Mayor Eric Adams announces trash revolution, which is literally they spent $4 million on a study to find that putting...
Is that what they renamed the West Village?
That's right. To find that putting trash in barrels rather than bags on the street will like reduce smell and like clean up the city. $4 million. These liberal democratic fucks.
But do I have to buy my own garbage pail?
No, your
building does it?
Yeah.
I
made that up. I hope you do. That'd be great.
It says that I forget by what year every building that has 9 units or less must have those bins available.
Okay, this is so crazy that just now in New York City, the greatest city in the world, we're requiring trash cans.
Do you like the trash cans or you don't like them?
I think it's great. To be honest, I don't give a fuck because my neighborhood, very kind of nice, and
Well, you have a compost pile in your living room. Correct?
I've been composting for years. No, I think it's a great idea.
The problem is he goes publicly to do a whole speech about it and say it's a trash revolution.
Oh.
The whole world has this figured out, but New York City.
Julia
apparently.
Fox is a trash resolution.
You know who's not a trash revolution? Our sweet, sweet Hannah Berner. We had a great interview with her.
We did a great interview. She's always so lovely to be around.
One of my favorite people. We love Hannah. We think you guys are going to love the interview. If you haven't already,
See her Netflix special. It's out now on Netflix. Yep. We Ride at Dawn. Do yourself a favor and put it on. Lower your panties. Pour yourself a Chablis. And, away we go.
Here's the interview with Hannah Berner. Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto.
Factor's fresh, no frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready in just 2 minutes. No matter how busy you are, you always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart your new health routine. What are you waiting for, mama?
With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. My favorite thing about this is I'm not a chef or a cook by any means. You literally take it out, you poke some holes in the top, 2 minutes in the microwave, no matter what it is, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So crush your wellness goals this July with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Make your day delicious from breakfast to dessert. Stay fueled with easy, nutritious options.
Head to factormeals.com/out50 and use code out50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month. We're wheeling and dealing over here. That's code out50 at factormeals.com/out50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Factor Meals.
Okay.
Nice to meet you,
You
Benny.
can pick him up. Go by Hannah. Listen to
But I love how he's...
I'll smell this rip off on you.
It's like a big dog. Like you can just like...
Why would anyone get any other dog besides that?
I don't know. I stole him.
Do you know him?
I'm co-parenting.
It's going to be a nasty...
It's my father's...
nasty settlement.
It's my father's...
He's already gearing up.
My father's best friend's dog who travels all the time. His sis, what's it called? His mom his daughter had to leave him with her because she couldn't have dogs where she moved with her baby. So he gave her she gave him, to the father. The father travels all the time, so I watch him when he travels, and so I just don't have him back on. 8 years old. He's Taurus, April 20th.
You know that.
Yeah, I do. He's the best. Look at him.
Wait.
He's so calm.
I think he's really good with sensing people's energies. Like he knows
Yeah.
that I'm giving.
No,
like,
he knows.
Also, my mom says hi. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going to talk to the gays at Barstool. And she goes, oh my God, they're my favorite.
I love her.
Well,
What's your mom's name?
She has good taste, Lenore.
Lenore.
You don't fuck with Lenore.
No.
Are we rolling all
Cecilia.
around?
My mother's a Phyllis.
Oh,
Phyllis and Lenore.
everyone
Sounds
has
like a lesbian couple.
Phyllis. Yeah, and Phyllis, is the
She's
top.
For sure, she's the top.
Phyllis has never been a bottom in her life.
Are you? I'm loving your outfit.
Thank you. I actually paid a stylist for it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You're like, you go in that case. Actually, no, I
And
don't
that's
like
all
it.
you got?
No, it was. I kind of like to just experiment with stuff and have fun.
Yeah.
And I know it's giving like schoolgirl,
Realness?
homeschool girl.
Homes like almost religious in a way.
There's
It's
Mormonism
giving Kimmy,
somewhere.
Kimmy
You're in
Schmidt.
Utah. You're
It's giving. I've given hand jobs and done anal, but not sex.
Yeah.
Bunker
you
bitch.
thought about soaking though.
I've soaked many a time. I've soaked many a time.
Do you remember Kimmy? Was it Kimmy Schmidt and Breakable Kimmy Schmidt when she was down in the bunker? It's giving that too.
This is my thing. Soaking is freakier than sex, and people don't talk about it enough.
It requires a
I
lot
would
of
go
work.
soft if I would just go soft in there, but it would slide out like a little lizard.
Guys have gone soft for way less.
Yeah, inside you can say hard inside the vagina canal.
Could I now?
If
I
you,
think I was
without
actually-
thrusting.
No, I'd have to
I'd be
thrust.
under the bed going like this.
And it's a threesome.
If
They
I
don't talk
knew a
about
guy
that.
was doing it, I could probably say.
What if she was thinking about a guy while doing it?
Yeah, then of course.
fine.
Do they soak without the person underneath the bed moving the bed, or is it just it's
I think
only
it's
when that
I
happens?
think it's like dealer's choice.
I think you
pretty
could put it in your armpit too. Don't ask how I know this.
Armpit?
I did spend a weekend in Salt Lake City doing shows, and I
I saw that.
asked a lot of questions.
What do you think God's logic is when you do that? Like when he's watching you get
He thinks it's by accident.
And it's like, is he like,
He
like, he's like,
thinks
well,
it's by accident.
He's like, that's by accident. I also think like God has interns watching that stuff. Like God is not watching every
filtering
Mormon
all this. Yeah.
tickling each other.
He has like child soldiers.
Yes.
Child soldiers of God.
Unpaid child soldiers of God.
reporting back to them.
Volunteers.
They're the mods.
Yes.
They're the chat room mods,
He's
mama.
dealing with important things.
Yeah.
Not if like these 17-year-olds are getting TikTok interviewed about Mormonism. Those are funny. I like
Those
them.
are great.
They're
Well, we're here
great.
with Hannah Berner. I don't know. We never officially introduced. We're happy that you're here.
You guys are my favorite. I love.
You quoted us in I think it was the New York Times,
How
I
nice.
believe.
It was Wall
Wait, did
Street
I really?
Journal?
I didn't mean
Wall
to.
Street Journal.
I definitely didn't want to. That's crazy behavior.
They said, "What's your favorite No, you quoted us.
She
saying,
releases
"What's
a
your favorite
statement now,
podcast?
redacting the whole thing.
Actually, I did.
What's your favorite podcast?" And you said "Out and About."
Look, I give credit where credit's due.
Congratulations on all your success. Now, how is?
Congratulations. No, anyway, I bought a wreath on sale
I did realize-
on $2.99. Your Netflix special is out. It came out on Tuesday.
It came out on
Yes.
Tuesday.
How
I've
is-
come out.
You've come out.
I've come out.
How's your husband feel finally being a bottom now?
He loves it. And
Yeah.
but I think that's why it's good to be an older man. He jokes, he's like, I made a good investment with
Yeah.
my wife. Because when he met me, I wasn't doing very well.
Right.
So no one calls him a gold digger. And he's just like, look, I did better than crypto.
Yeah, I can
You
finally.
did do better than crypto.
As for now, at least.
I love that I didn't think you were going to change. Pat was a little nervous that you were going to be hoity-toity coming up in here. I'm kidding.
Wait, no, I love this. Am I different?
You're not different, but
You seem different.
Does Hailey Bieber know who we are?
I tried to
Do you
tell
have her
her.
number?
I'm so scared of celebrities.
Yeah.
I went to like one event at the Netflix is a Joke festival where there were all these celebrities, and my agent kept being like, you want me to introduce you to John Mulaney? You want me to introduce you
Yeah.
like Catboy? And I was like, no, I do not. I just want to watch. I don't like forced interact. I want to naturally meet people.
Right.
So even Hailey, like, it's my biggest fear to
You
overstep.
just have me walking around the road pop up with a microphone and a cameraman.
No, literally, when she was walking in, I was like, I can't be the first person she sees. I was like pretending I was like fucking around with the
But
blushes.
you already talked to her about you did our first
But
with the
that's
cherry,
the
the
thing.
strawberries.
I don't know if it's.
She remember you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because
say.
I'm insecure though. Like I always feel like I'm one sentence away from being too much.
Oh,
So like the
join
second
the
I get the
club.
laugh, I'm like, I'm out. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So I like to be that person that they think of that they go, oh, she's never
Too
annoyed
much.
me and she's not too much. When in reality, I'm way too much.
Do you want people to think you're chill?
Like after the interview with her, it went well, the first one, and we all were going into an elevator, and I said, absolutely not. I'm not getting an elevator
waiting.
with them.
It's like, I'm gonna take a shit.
I was like,
Mama's
I was
gonna
like
drop some
tying my
heat in the bathroom.
I was tying my shoelace of my heels that have no shoelaces. I was like fixing my
pick up a
watch
phone?
that I don't
Hello?
have. Hello. I was like my Uber. So I was like, I'm finishing on top. So unless someone makes me feel like I can be my worst around them and they'll still love me, it's like I'm gonna play it cool. And there's nothing worse than you introducing yourself or trying to have a connection with someone and they're not into it. Like I actually can't handle that, so I just avoid at all costs. I feel like you're great at. You seem like you are the most famous person in every room at all times. So like they probably get nervous around you.
Yeah.
Now the head will expand.
Like I'm too nervous to talk
And then
to.
I'm asking them for drugs 5 minutes later. It's like, so where can I score some
Oh my
drugs?
God.
But I did end up. I text her trying to get a connection. So I wanted them to send me those free blushes, but I ended up buying it. I'm wearing it today. Toasted Teddy.
It looks really good.
And I did glazing milk and the glazing on the milk and the glazing
It
fluid
looks
as well.
really good. I actually I did have a moment with her though.
Did you get free blushes that day?
I did get free blushes, and she gave me the vagina-looking
The holder for your phone.
holder for your phone,
Yep.
which is so comfy and cute. It looks, you guys would hate it.
Has
It looks like a
peptides.
labia. And I actually have a joke in my Netflix special about her,
Oh my God.
about road.
Yeah.
Because I joke about how if girls had guns, we would leave the gun like in the Uber, and how I call it.
Match
I'm
your
like,
purse to
I
it
left
and all
my
that,
my peptide revolver because all the girls would be like, did you get the holder from Hailey? But I actually, my first interview was when she was going through like a dark time, and I guess I have empathy for people who are getting hate in any whatever.
Yeah.
I'm Mother Teresa, and
This is pre-pregnancy.
yeah, and I looked at her and I remember saying something like, have you seen this on TikTok? And she's like, I can't really go on my phone a lot right now.
Oh.
And I remember feeling like it must suck that
Yeah.
if she turns on her phone, it's her algorithm. It's not like she's even trying to find stuff about her.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, you can't read I started yelling at her. I'm like, you can't read the comments. It affects who you are. Like, you gotta just keep doing who you are. I don't know. So I turned into like a JV basketball coach. And I think she liked that I was being real with her. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? At
I
the
think
end
that's
of
what
the day,
everyone's like about you. You don't change in front of me. As much as you're having mental anguish about them
Everything.
about fucking it up.
Yeah.
They're just so happy to be around you because you are the most effortless, easy person to talk to.
okay, that was the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
They paid me.
I appreciate it. You're so scared now. You're like, did I say it right? Should I repeat it in a different way?
You look behind your teleprompter right behind you.
Your publicist is texting me.
You are very good with.
No, at the end of the day, and I think it's the same with dating, I always say it doesn't matter what you say, it's how you made people feel. I don't mean feel good, it's just either people fuck with your energy or they don't. Nothing I say will make you like me more if you don't fuck with me.
What happened with J.Lo?
What are you talking about?
I interviewed
She interviewed J.Lo.
You
And
interviewed J.Lo?
I go on the record. I mean, I know you're friends with her. I loathe J.Lo. So I just want to hear
How long have you loathed J.Lo?
She tried to buy a cowboy hat off me at Patricia Field back in the 90s and gave me she was with Puff Daddy and she gave me an attitude she was looking me down oh, disgusting.
Nana
She,
was a drag.
I was in drag
at the
I was in
time.
drag. I had a sandal foot pump on.
So you were dressed in drag. Did you have a beard?
No, I was full fish.
Okay.
And
She was unspookable.
And I was working at Patricia Field at the makeup counter. and back Sex and the City was really big, and there was cowboy hats. And she was asking about the cowboy hats. And,
It's ma'am.
And I said, and she gave me the nastiest attitude. I was like, bitch. And this was before she was even J.Lo. She was just
yeah.
She just
Selena.
wore the headband that month. I think she bought it from Patricia Field.
Oh, so this is early 90s.
And she was nasty. Then I heard stories here and there. Now, again, I've never, except for when she shaded me there, but I've heard nightmare stories of her just working in Hollywood. And, you and I, the three of us are very poised people, and we're respectful, and we're funny, but we're still, you know what I mean? She's just in the industry, she just has a horrible name.
She does not have a good reputation.
Well, how was the Hannah Berner experience?
So from my experience, and this was she was starting to get hate on TikTok.
It was a Cancer Vegas tour. Ugh.
Oh, geez. She walked in
after your interview.
That was our South Carolina show. Yeah, no seating.
She walked in and I actually remember her looking and
she said, "Ew."
It was intimate.
She goes, "Dyke."
No, she for sure was not impressed by me. But I think she saw her ad for Intimissimi, which is very difficult to say, but it's her in this underwear, and she looks and she goes, "Oh, I look voluptuous." She was judging herself kind of, and I literally looked at her and I go,
"You do look fat.
You're J.Lo, of course you're voluptuous."
Yeah.
But it was crazy to see a superstar like J.Lo seeing an ad that she had to approve, but then also just being a little
impressed with
judgy.
herself.
But she wasn't impressed. She was judging herself, maybe I don't love how I look in it. And in that moment you're holy shit, everyone's just out here. But I do think her thing is she doesn't have she's not the goofy silliest.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
So I think she's just she works
all
hard.
business.
She's all business. But the thing is, I know a lot of people from the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx, Riverdale, for a year. And
what was your go-to sandwich at the bodega?
A chopped cheese.
A ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink. If you know, you know.
Look, I know it's better, but when she said orange soda, I kind of understood what she meant.
She meant quarter waters with your peel thing off.
Yes, the orange drink. I knew what she was talking about. So I think that hate was a little extreme. I just think some of the people from the Bronx, look at Cardi B. A literal comedian.
Oh, she's
the
so
funniest
funny.
person ever.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused how someone from the Bronx could not be the funniest person in the world. But so she just takes herself seriously, and I think that's what I took from the interview.
Okay,
but
yeah.
she was so gracious, so nice, gorgeous, and she's out here fighting for her life just like the rest of us.
And she oinked at you when you walked away.
You're please give me another interview. Thank you, J.Lo's people. That was, you had pulled the hamstring region for
The
that
door
one.
swings open. They're we can't use any of that.
You gave an interview once where you did say something that actually stuck with me. You were you unlocked the code to alleviating some of your mental stress. You're just not hard on yourself. You try really hard to not be hard on yourself and not judge yourself. And when things happen, you let it happen and you move on. I can't remember who you were talking about.
I say that all the time, actually.
Yeah.
Because my thing was, when I was a tennis player, it was very all ego.
Yeah.
I mean, and tennis is that sport where it's I beat you, I beat her, I'm ranked this right now. Ooh. And if I lost anything, it was just horrible. And I had no, there was no room for error.
Well, it was
tennis.
you against, what's that famous lesbian? Arthur Ashe?
Arthur Ashe.
It was you against Arthur Ashe.
Arthur Ashe is not a lesbian.
No, who's the lesbian?
Who's the famous lesbian?
Jane something?
Oh, Billie
Jean King. No, it was you against Billie Jean King, correct?
It was me
No,
versus
she
BJ.
actually smashed the
Let's reset
record.
that. Oh, sorry, Wiggles.
You keep scaring Wiggles.
Wait, I'm obsessed
No,
with
wait.
Wiggles.
Well, that was you against Billie Jean King, correct?
Yes.
I'm so intimidated by your 10. You'll put up on Instagram, you just like returning
No,
balls.
but like if someone were to make
balls.
a comment like and be like, yeah, like her footwork is bad, I feel it, like, because it was so attached to my identity.
Yeah.
So when I started doing comedy, I was like, let's rejigger like my mind.
Easy, bro.
We're going to have to cut that.
We're gonna have to believe that.
The second
As
it came
I
out of your
was
mouth.
saying it, I was like,
It's like,
did
I say it?
you said it in your head.
God, Wiggles.
As Wiggles,
I'm sorry.
Wiggles is upset. Wiggles is like, this is not the show I signed up to be on. As I started doing comedy, I was like, I don't want the same relationship with comedy that I had with tennis, which was like fight or flight and just like bleeding to the death and crying and highs and lows. And there are highs and lows a shit ton with comedy, but it was more like if something goes wrong, I don't have to beat myself up for it. And once I realized that I could walk off the stage and I could it doesn't matter what happens to you, it's your perspective on it. So like I became a better comic tonight. I had fun. I'm proud of myself for even going on stage in front of 1,000 people. That was fucking awesome. Where with tennis, it was a lot of coaches and people in my ear just being like, if you lose, you're a fucking failure. And like life was not fun like that. So I'm like, if I'm gonna live life and not
Because you weren't only failing yourself, you were failing the coaches, you were failing the people that worked hard.
everyone.
This one, if you bomb, it's just that you're.
I could just lie to myself afterwards and be like, that was really good practice.
How long did it take you to like flip the switch? Were you like, you just had a realization, you're like, I'm going to do this? Or it's like practice every
I think
day?
it's because comedy was fun. So I thought that to be successful, you had to do things that were miserable. And if you could push through, that's how you become great, because no one else wants to do the miserable stuff.
That's what we were taught, yeah.
That's what we're taught.
Yeah.
So when I was doing tennis and it was miserable, no point in me was like, maybe you should quit. It was like, this is what all the greats do. Don't feel any emotion.
This is what Billie Jean.
This is Billie Jean would do. So then when I started doing comedy when it was fun, I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be good at it or like I can make money from it. I really didn't think I could make money from it. And that's the funniest thing. And I think it's like fall in love with the process, not the result. And I think I didn't enjoy playing matches. So how do you become a professional tennis player when you hate competing? It's like a comic being like, I don't like writing jokes.
You were close to becoming a pro?
Well, I played some professional tournaments when I was like 16, 17, and then I played one for University of Wisconsin. Like I had a, on paper, very successful career. And then I just was like, I'm miserable and I don't think I have it in me anymore.
You said, now watch Mama take off.
No.
Time for comedy.
It took, I did cold calling sales. I was selling t-shirts. I almost became a yoga teacher, that's how you know it's dark. I almost became a real estate agent. That means you've hit rock bottom.
This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins,
Can I have this?
and nothing artificial. I just gave Joey...
I had a night last night. I need my vitamins and I need my hydration. My electrolytes, my zincs, my vitamin B's and C's.
Nana's got it all.
I need it all.
What is that one you're drinking? What flavor?
This is the tropical punch. It's the only one I drink.
Body Armor Sports Drink has all your hydration needs covered, like Joey just said. Sports Drink, light, zero sugar, flash, IV, and of course, Sport Water, which I have right here. We have it in the office. It's fantastic. We love it. Head on over to Body Armor Store on Amazon. Use code 15 BARSTOOLBA. I'm going to say that again. 15 BARSTOOLBA for 15% off the Body Armor Store on Amazon. Check it out.
I hit rock bottom.
I think with you, it's like I think a lot of people in the industry, everyone I think collectively is so happy for your success because you are just such a lovely person, and I feel like it's like, you know, you don't have that in your comedy. You're just like, you're always the funniest girl in the room at the party, the funniest girl at the party, and you're just being the exact same way, but doing it on stage there. So you don't seem scripted. You don't seem like you're like talking. You're like the doing your just in the party, having drinks and having girl talk, and it's just doing it on the stage. And it looks, I know it's not effortless, but you seem so effortless and so approachable with it. And I think that's why you're having a lot of. So I think it's why you're successful.
Coming from you, that means so much. And it also, I realized I've tried to feel like we're all FaceTiming, and I'm the one. Like I always felt like I always killed in a group chat. I killed in the group chat, and I'm like, that's the energy that I just bring on the
toilet
stage.
paper roll I made.
That's right.
I'll tell you that later.
Oh, that's for another time.
You're trying to bring group chat energy.
Yeah, and I feel like there is a time where a lot of girls were afraid to go to stand-up shows. Like, what's the vibe? What's the energy? And I want them to feel like it's a party, with a girl who's gonna make you laugh for sure. Don't get social anxiety. You're chilling, sit back and enjoy the show. So it is a fun, and I hope that people seeing the special on Netflix will make more girls want to get into comedy, because we all know, including yourselves,
and also get into copper 2-piece corset sets.
Yes.
You looked fly, sister.
You look great.
Your
They
hair,
tied-
your
really
makeup.
good.
I went
Bitch.
so hard on that.
You looked so hot.
Oh my God, thank you. It's hard to come up with an outfit to do stand-up in, because like we put on some fashion looks and I was like, I can't make a queef joke in this. Like I was
My
like,
pussy's out.
I have to feel, or like some fashion looks like you're taking yourself too seriously, and I'm like, I can't look like that either. Also, I have to be running around. So like my stylist it was very difficult for her, because she was like, you look great, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna tell a gun joke in this outfit. So it was I felt like a bronze Power Ranger, but also kind of sexy, and I had to do I do the worm in it.
You do
we
the
didn't get to
worm.
that part.
You love a worm.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Philly?
Great question. Because Boston, I had done too many shows.
A lot
New
of people
York,
do specials
I had
in
done
Boston.
too many shows. And Philly, I hadn't. I feel like the East Coast energy was what I
Yes.
wanted. And it's also more affordable because I'm in the East Coast than to like fly people around.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was going to be Boston, New York, or Philly.
Yeah.
And I had already done those. And I wanted they said you could do New York, but I was like, I want the audience to actually not have heard these jokes, because it's a dance. It's not a monologue. Like I need the energy from the crowd. I need to know they're excited about the jokes. But yeah, like a week beforehand, I definitely freaked out, because I was like, oh shit. You know, like be careful what you wish for.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I'm actually shooting a Netflix special. This is.
Did you have to do it twice?
I did 2 shows in one night.
Were you
And they
nervous?
said to use both parts.
And then we edited
That's the
together.
tricks.
I was so I was so calm. And then a week before, I started freaking out. Like I started doing tapping. I started
Tap
Cutting.
dancing?
No, like, you know, tap. It's like a thing that you do when you're like
Yes.
having a panic attack.
Oh, I thought you were like, did it.
I brought in tap dancing to the bit. I restarted therapy. I called my therapist again. No, it was dark, because I was like,
God.
I feel like whenever you want to reach the next level in your life, you can't cheat it. Your demons are gonna come back. And my
Yes.
perfectionist demons of like, if you don't do this well, you're a disappointment. I started to hear the whispers, and I was
Oh.
like, shut the fuck up. So right before I went on, I listened to Ice Spice, Princess Diana. I listened to Meg Thee Stallion Hiss. Right before I went on stage, a calmness came over me, and I did it. But like, I was like sick to my stomach for like a week before it.
I
It's
bet.
a big deal.
I felt the weight of the moment.
And you had, like, you're talking about going back and forth with the crowd. You had a bit that I thought was hilarious, where you had people from the crowd yell out Disney princes.
Yeah.
And she would read
Why
down
they're
the Disney
problematic.
princes, what's wrong with them, why they're problematic. But
Yeah.
it's like that back and forth. It was hilarious. Watch it on Netflix. It's out right now if you can.
Thank you. It's funny because I was first wanting to write a bit about Disney princes of why they're all fuckboys.
Yeah.
And then I was just messing around being like, telling the audience to yell out one and I'll try to come up with it. And then it got to this point where every show they say the same one pretty much in the same order. It's kind of crazy. They always say Prince Eric first, then Aladdin, then Prince
Aladdin was so
Charming.
hot.
Not the
Was
princes
so
for me, but I always had a crush on Gerson because he had that big hairy chest.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty and the
Garcon,
Beast. Beauty
He
and the
like
Beast.
nauseated me.
What's problematic about Garcon?
Well,
He's a closet
He's
queen.
abusive.
well, Garce isn't.
Garcon's they cut
He's
the.
the fuck boy, right?
Well,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, look at me, my muscles, my chest. He was like, no.
Yeah, that's
That
if
no one
you
wanted.
thought he wasn't a fuck boy, that's on you.
yeah.
You just want to get ragdolled by him.
I did.
I always say that the Beast at the end. I joke that like I'm actually a Beast apologist because the Beast like pulls off capris. He looks like Travis Kelce. But then I go, my bit at the end was, I know some of you guys are like, he's kidnapped her, like he's
Yeah.
controlling, and I'm like,
That's
that's my
fine.
dream.
Yes.
To be kidnapped in a mansion of gay utensils, getting me food the entire time.
Yeah, thank you.
Like iconic.
Candelabras.
The candelabras.
Lumiere.
There was a
Lumiere.
there's a whole gay backstory happening that no one was talking about with
Well.
Lumiere.
Oh, Lumiere with me?
I mean,
Lumiere is a guy who he jerked off in the steam
I jerked
room.
off a French man in the steam room years ago.
because Lumiere was also he plays the
The candlestick.
the
Right?
candlestick. Yes.
I like Lumiere. I think he is the hottest Garcon. I mean, who's the hottest prince? Like, who would you if you
Well,
could
everyone-
smash it?
I think Eric is hot.
Prince Eric is stereotypically very high, like a blue eye
Yeah.
with the dark hair.
I don't like him because he's waspy.
Yeah, he's I
Look
say
at your
he,
track record, sister.
he tried to fuck a fish. You
You know what?
You dated Prince Eric for fucking 2 years.
You literally did date Prince Eric.
Okay, well, this has been lovely.
You just got
I
attacked.
dated a Greek Prince Eric.
I think Aladdin was fucking hot, but Aladdin also was like walk around with no shirt
He's probably
on.
uncircumcised too. Like you gotta be prepared for that.
Yeah.
As an Arabic man.
Flying through that spice market, honey. Who knows what's in that forescone?
But everyone was mad when the Beast turned into like the blonde lacrosse player.
Yeah.
And
The
everyone
Beast
was
turned
like,
into Francis Ellis.
he literally turned into Francis Ellis, but like twink version of Francis Ellis, and everyone was upset. And they're like making out. It's like, bring back the Beast. He was hot.
Selling a little cha-ching or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global e-commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit $1 million stage. Shopify is there to help you grow.
Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps turn browsers into buyers with internet's best converting checkout at 36% better on average than compared to other leading e-commerce platforms. You had an e-commerce platform for many moons.
I did have an e-commerce
Well, this one's better.
Okay, well, I got to sign up. Well, I got to use Shopify. I mean, it powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. It's the global force behind brands like Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries use Shopify. So sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/outlandabout, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/outlandabout now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/outlandabout.
What's next for Hannah Berner? Is TV in the works for you? Do you see yourself doing a sitcom? Do you see yourself doing film?
I think my natural progression, like lowest hanging fruit, is I would love to do like a talk show or some fun
I
unscripted
think you'd
thing.
be great at that.
But I like a challenge. So I'm gonna try to get into acting, but I've never acted before. But I'm telling everyone, I'm like, the next thing is gonna be. But I've never acted. What if I do it and I don't like it?
So you ask like an A-list actor that was like, I really want to get into producing.
No, literally, I'm like, I'm gonna direct. I'm gonna direct.
I thought you were going to say
You've never
the
directed.
talk show blindfolded.
I thought you were going to be
Literally.
the new host of what's that guy's name with the big clock on his neck?
Flavor Flav.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to be the host of Flavor Flav's new show.
I would love that.
A Shot at Love.
I could see. You did Drew Barrymore, didn't you?
I
How was
love the vibe of like network TV, and like you have cards and you're just being yourself, and you
Did
act
she
like
jump on your lap?
she was. She
She's
she made me cry.
Stop.
She cried.
Was she
We all
this close?
cried. You have to cry when you're on Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
It's just like part of it. And
Yeah.
she does like a little witch thing to you where at first she's like, and next thing you know, you're like, but she was amazing. Like literally, and she was so nice. She was so holding your
Ross.
hand. She
We
holds
have-
your hand. She's
Yeah.
one of those like
Yes.
ants that holds your hand when she talks to you.
Yeah.
And
She's a
and
kooky
smells
ant.
nice.
Everyone
State.
says she's always like a girl who wants to bump at the party, doesn't have any money on her.
That is so true. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get into acting.
Good. That's what we all want.
And I think I'll probably the easiest way to get into it, which is really hard, is just like write your own shit. And I love writing.
Yeah.
Paige and I wrote a book, which is crazy.
Oh my God.
book?
We wrote a book.
Oh my God.
No one expected it because Paige,
A memoir.
I can't read. She can't write. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is it about?
it's called How to Giggle: A Guide to Taking Life Less Seriously. So basically, me and her just ranting about shit.
So
Ooh.
that will be a New York Times bestseller.
100%.
1,000.
It's a
How
novel.
to giggle.
It's a novel.
You
my
can't
God.
read.
No, it's
she
not.
can't
I
I
write.
can't wait to get us a copy. Will you send us a copy?
1,000%.
When's it coming out?
So it's you can get it pre-sale, but I won't have you guys buy pre-sale.
Okay, good.
I'll get it. I think it's coming out in April. To be honest,
Damn.
it's a long time.
420.
How exciting.
420.
You're launching out 420.
100%.
That's great. You had a
See, that's
Lorena Bobbitt
updates.
joke in your special too. That was
Oh my god, I forgot I did.
crazy. Do you know who Lorena Bobbitt is?
Yeah, of course. John Wayne Bobbitt's late wife.
Yeah.
Did you watch the
That's
documentary?
right.
That was crazy.
I've seen
I
it.
did.
I
That
was,
was
I
fucked.
was, I watched all the documentaries from back in the day. Like, it didn't like who played her. I'm thinking of the Long Island Lolita, Amy Fisher.
This was my
Joey
question.
Buttafuoco. I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Now, this is the one that got his dick cut off, and they
Yeah.
she threw it
This
in
is
the
my
field.
question. When you heard that a woman chopped a guy's dick off, was your first thought, what did that man do?
Of course.
Yeah, I think
It wasn't
so.
like,
He
wow,
cheated.
some girl went crazy. You were like,
My thought was honestly, how can you know how sometimes if you if you have dull scissors on a piece of
Stop.
paper, the paper folds.
Yep.
My thought was if he's soft, is the dick like that must have been a hard cut.
Wiggles is not okay with that. Wiggles is like, I'm out. That's where I.
No,
I
it was a
leave.
hard cut.
Wiggles-
He would have died immediately because the blood would have been shooting out of his crotch.
I
But
just
she
thought the
and she
scissors.
and then she not only she took it and then threw it in a field,
field.
which is
And
savage.
he went and found it, didn't
And he
he?
went and found it, and then he did like porn. He went into
I saw the
porn.
He
porn.
didn't have the two dicks, did he?
No,
Who's
he
the
has
guy who
just
had
one.
two dicks who did porn? Can you look up two dick porn?
This poor
That was
producer.
Des Bishop, I believe.
I believe that was Des Bishop. How are things with you? How are things
Oh
with
my
you?
god,
and Des?
he's
I
great.
saw you,
He's the best.
I saw you having a Kiki in the Hamptons this weekend for 4th of
With our girl
last
Taylor?
Week, couple weekends ago.
Yes,
4th of
with
July
Taylor Strecker.
Taylor Strecker.
You know, it's because I don't
Double
have
dick man. Sorry, Hannah, I interrupted
Oh
you.
no, yeah, this is important. This is important.
You can just click images.
Just click it.
Just click.
I just want my fix.
Does
Yeah,
it-
that's the one.
That's the one.
I can already tell it's blurred. Yeah.
Oh,
Is it real?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to look at that. Can I turn it off?
Yeah, you can turn it off. You have my
would take-
permission. You can turn
Can
it
he come out of both dicks?
off. I would assume.
I have so many questions.
Anywho,
Anywho,
Des Bishop is your husband.
so he actually he has a YouTube special out. He had to cancel on you guys because he tore his ACL.
A brutal
We heard,
accident,
yeah.
right?
Don't feel bad for him. He was skiing in Aspen, was
Okay.
exhausted, was like, I'm gonna hike up some mountain. Doesn't
He was at
doesn't
Ski
Lodge.
Insta story.
He was at Snow Lodge.
Yeah, does an Insta story, and he's like, "I'll get you guys when I hit the bottom." Go silent. I get a call from him because I'm supposed to.
From the park ranger.
Yeah, I'm
We
supposed.
thought he was a black bear. We took him down.
I'm supposed to get lunch. He
Yeah.
calls me, meet me at the hospital. So I went to get lunch, met him at the hospital, and it was really bad. He
no.
tore his ACL brutally.
Does everyone have an ACL or just athletic people?
Everyone has.
It sounds like something
Where
only
is it? On your
professional
ankle?
athletes would have.
on the inside of your knee.
I thought it was my
Yeah,
ankle.
but apparently everyone tears it. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
very
a thing.
common.
It's common.
Yeah, I saw that. That was brutal. And but now he's like on the mend. I saw he was on the bike.
He's on the mend. He's posting his physical therapy. He's doing better. I know.
Are you guys smashing yet, or is his knee still?
We are smashing. There definitely
Nice.
was some moments where he'd be like, "Ooh, woo," and I was like, "This is what happens when you're with."
Stop!
No. That's when you're about to just snap a guy's dick, and he goes, "Ooh." You're like, "It just bends. It just bent. Everyone, calm down. It just bended." But yeah, no, he loves you guys, and I'm really proud of him. His YouTube special, he clipped it up. Like I was like, you have to
Smart.
clip it up because you know these older comics, they're like, you
Yeah.
never had to do that back in the day. You just yelled in the street and people watched
Every day
your
it's
DVD.
a 10-second clip on every
He-
platform.
and it's been popping off, so I'm proud
Good.
of him.
That's what I'm doing my salmon recipe right now.
Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten quite the same traction.
Is it
But
going
we'll
viral?
get there.
Gigi Hadid's pasta salmon, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Would you come over and cook with me one day?
I would love to.
You're very busy
I'm a
now.
good eater.
Okay, good. Just stand there and just.
I'm a
be
good
funny.
eater. Like I'm that one. The mom will be like, "I really like her," and you're like, "Why?" And she's like, "She ate all the
good.
eggplant parmesan.
Yeah.
Didn't leave one thing. The other ones they didn't touch their food. Hannah, she ate it all. So that's my
Talk to
energy.
your girl Jordan on the way out. She'll schedule it.
Okay, good.
And you're in the Hamptons.
I'm trying to spend some time in the Hamps.
You should.
this
Do you have
summer.
time off after your Netflix special? Or are you like
So this is the annoying thing about being a comedian.
about being famous? So this
This is literally the worst part. You have to be in the Hamptons, but you have to, once it airs, that material is considered burned. So like if I was a musician and I had a 3-minute song that went viral, I can sing that song for the rest of my career and sell tickets. For me to come back to play, Town Hall in
Oh,
New York,
right.
I have to come up with
All
a
new
new hour of
stuff.
material. I currently don't have new material. So I have to start going on stage and just
Working
being like,
shit out.
what's the deal with cankles? Like just figure, like I have to just start from scratch because it's crazy. This hour has taken like over 6 years and everything's so tested. Like I could, with my eyes closed, know what works, where I have to start from scratch. So I'm scared, but I think it'll be fun. It's
You have to
just-
live life in order to get the new experiences.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think if you get too famous, comedians stop being funny because they don't have relatable stories anymore. They're all like, when you see John Hamm and you see him and you talk, everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
So it becomes like name droppy. So I have to stay relatable in the streets. But you have to live life. You have to hang out with your friends. That's
Yeah.
when you can't just sit and be like, what's
Right.
funny? You have to experience things. So that's why I
I say it
invited
all
you
the
guys
time.
out, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'd love to go. Let's actually get on
coming.
the books.
let's get on the books. You could talk to
You're going out
Gianna
there for
outside.
August. You're doing a house out there.
I'm doing
right?
a house in August. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
in East Hampton.
I could see the tablescapes now.
Yeah, it's gonna be stunning.
He's the host of the house, so he's in charge of
What would
matching
you?
people.
What do you
with,
do when you're not the host of the house?
I
Throws shade.
I throw shade. Yeah, I throw shade, and
You go.
it's like, well, it's
interesting.
not what I would have
Judges
done.
throws shade. Does
not what
booty
I
bumps in
would've
the bathroom. Complains about the air conditioner.
You just take your hand and you feel the dust.
I mean, I try to give like suggestions or something, but I don't want to overstep the boundary because it's not my place. But
Yeah,
now that I'm the host,
Buckle up.
you're in charge.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
gonna be
that.
very
As
fun.
you should. As you should.
thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog?
So Des and I foster. We're better than all of
For
you.
Rover,
A pit bull called
Oh.
Abby, who's actually available for adoption. She's a little pocket pit. She's not good with other dogs. I'm just gonna put that out there, but she loves humans. Like that dog would be in her mouth. So she's get adopted. Then we have Butter, who's my cat.
Butter.
And she's my everything. She looks like Cindy Crawford. I'll show you a photo later. She's really beautiful. She was found in a dumpster in the Bronx.
Oh God. I thought that was J.Lo.
sister.
So was your sister. That's nice.
But honestly, I want a furry Chihuahua like this because I want to bring
Wiggles
it on.
come.
I want to bring it on the road with me.
Yeah,
He'll
that's I
spoil
bring
you
it everywhere with
because
me.
you'll never get a dog like him. Like, well, I feel like
No,
once
I
you have a
know.
good
That's
dog,
why I'm trying to make
it's
fresh
tough
ones.
to find.
Well, I also
There he
want
is.
one like him that like just wants to cuddle with you all day.
Yes.
Doesn't bark.
Doesn't bark. Nope.
And would he be happy? I also want to make sure the animal's fine with traveling. Like I would never want to put an
No, he
animal.
loves it.
through
I bring him
travel.
everywhere with me. I have a bag, and he sits in the bag. If I bring the bag out, you'll see he like jumps in it like so quickly.
He loves-
And
I want
it's,
that.
It's a crossbody.
You can do it.
I want that.
Bring Abby with
And
you.
I want him to be old.
Yeah, he's 8.
do a senior dog.
Yeah, you're basically like hospice for them.
Yeah,
It sucks. The medical bills.
there's silver years.
Is it worth
You have to have dog insurance. You have to have pet insurance.
I
Yeah.
hear that's a scam.
No,
Does
it's
that actually
not.
work? I hear it's like these massive like deductibles and it doesn't count. Not to be a downer.
Everyone's
If you want to get
upset.
pet insurance, get pet
Wiggles
insurance.
is not happy right now.
Yeah.
Wiggles
Oh.
is like, I
Yeah.
just want
Did
health
you give him
care.
some sort of? Did he get into your pills? He seems a little bit.
He had bacon for breakfast. I opened a bagel.
Does he look stoned?
He's so cute.
He's high on
Is he
bacon.
crying?
Well, he just misses his real parents.
He does the international "I'm being trafficked" signal with his paws.
Does he like sit and stay or
He sits and stays. He's perfect. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't eat though. He's like a closet
so
eater.
sweet.
He won't eat in front of people or me. And if you turn your head,
he
he'll
gets
eat.
embarrassed? This is my thing with dogs, and I don't want to be controversial right now. I just think a lot of people are like, I love dogs, but then whenever they're with their dog, all they're doing is like,
Yelling.
shut up,
Yeah, they
sit
yell at
down,
it.
sorry, go over there, and that's all they do with the dog. And I'm like, do you love the dog, or this is where some like trauma, weird attention bond thing happening? So this dog I love because it's like you're not yelling at him the whole time.
And it's not yours. It's like we can enjoy it and then we're done. I love the dog until I had to take it out to take a shit in the rain. And then I was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
don't know if this is for me.
yeah.
That's why I let him use my litter box.
No, you would fit in the
And
Have you
litter.
ever pissed in a litter box, like drunk at a party?
I have a
I have.
friend who did.
I did.
If there's a litter box, he will pee in it.
You
Yeah.
peed in a litter box?
Yeah, you never have.
I've never pissed in a litter box. I've never
Imagine
pissed in
the
a pool.
cat the day later being
we grew
like,
up with
what?
one shower and one bathroom in my house.
That's why you have a good
people.
personality.
Yeah.
They have
That'll
a
give you
human-sized litter
personality.
box. Go to the Camastas. They
You
use
start
the litter
kicking
box.
when you're done.
There's just
You
a
kick.
pit in the middle of the living room.
You
If
kick
it's
the
yellow,
litter.
let it mellow.
I do think, but yeah, walking a dog in the rain is when you realize you're a mother. Like
Yeah.
you're a single mother.
With an umbrella, hold over him so
Yep.
she doesn't get wet.
Yeah.
Des would be okay with you guys like having a dog permanently.
Des loves dogs. We can't
That's
have it
good.
permanently because
That's
we
a green
travel.
flag.
But Butter does not fuck with other dogs or any other animal. She's the queen of the house. So he's upset about that.
And you can leave Butters by herself when you travel, though, right?
Well, that's a great thing about Butter. She's a cat sitter. Cats are
actually
so
Vinny.
independent. But the problem with Butter is I got her when I had a 9 to 5. My life was really easy. So now like we have cat sitters when I'm gone, but she doesn't love when I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm her person. I'm her everything.
Starts screaming when you
when
get
I'm
home.
yeah, when I'm gone, she'll like Des is like her mistress. Like she'll sleep with him, but the second I come back, she pretends she never met him.
Oh my god.
And he's
She
like,
does
we
cold shoulder.
yeah, he's like, we spent all night together, and she's like, I've never seen that man in my life.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. As someone who's married, Joey and I are both.
I thought you were gonna ask for money. I was gonna ask for more than this.
Joey and I are both. What's it called? You're ordained. Like, what is it called when you marry someone?
All three of us are.
Yeah. So Joey and I are both marrying people this fall. And do you have any advice for like you're married, what should be done, what shouldn't be done, how long it should be, whatever.
He got tired just thinking about it.
Yeah, you're super point. No.
I do think they picked you because they clearly, unless if they're random people, are these
Yeah.
random people?
No,
that's my
okay,
sister.
they're front.
Mine's
Okay,
my sister, yeah.
I meant,
She's like obligated.
On Craigslist, they were like, "Can I have a gay just do my wedding who has
Yeah.
a good personality?" I think you definitely don't want to. It's like hanging out with Hailey Bieber. You don't want to overstep, but you also don't want to be boring. So there's that in between. And you also don't want to do inside jokes that only you guys know.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's gonna be a struggle.
don't make
for
it
me.
too long. Be cute and then end with something sweet.
And that like 10 minutes,
10 minutes,
like total.
whatever they prefer.
So I
but
have to
just
talk to my sister.
No, you talk to the congregation.
you're talking to everyone and you'll be like, "We're so happy these two here."
Yeah.
But lean into the humor. I have to say mine. We had a family friend who's a judge do it, and he was hilarious to the point
was
that
court
like
ordered.
he was. No, he was court ordered.
They got married at the jailhouse.
But he was killing to the point that like I was getting heckled. Like people were like yelling stuff. Like it felt like an
You
open
fucking
mic.
bitch.
It was funny.
Yeah.
People were and that energy was really nice. I think. Having laughter is important, but that's my perspective. If your sister's a serious person, she might be like, okay.
I just want to have to. I feel like awkward about even asking her what she wants.
I think you would say, are there any points you need me to hit? Or like, is there, how would you describe him or something?
Should I do like a sneaky, like send me something about him and hey, send me something about her? And then
I
read
think
the
that's
letter?
cute.
Cat's out of the bag. Sorry, Kelly.
I like how you're asking.
Yeah.
You're
I'd like
asking
to write
me.
It's
something.
like
if
this
I
is no
may.
longer a podcast. This is me just asking.
Also
you.
on the record, it's like, well, Hannah Berner told me to. So
Yeah, I'm quoting
Get mad at
you.
her.
Why don't I write yours and you write mine?
I would love nothing more. Jay
You
will
have
go,
to say it.
Alu Akbar, Jihad.
again, it's not about what you
Please
say.
get out your prayer rugs.
It's how you make them feel. It's how you make them feel. So remember that it's like you putting in positive energy, being happy. Say something sweet about being her
David?
brother
Oh.
and being upset he's replacing you or something. Like
Yes.
those kind of cute. But you know when people make jokes in these wedding speeches where you're like, there was undertones of truth to that.
Yes.
And then you feel the family tension. You're like, oh, that's going to be talked about for 2 months after this.
Yeah, my family's a little worried. Now, I think my mother just doesn't want me to get liquored up before. Which
Before
I won't.
the church?
No, before she's like, you have to not be too hungover for this. I'm like, I'm not gonna be hungover.
I'd rather you be hungover than plastered.
Yeah, no, you can't be drunk during that.
Yeah.
We got yelled at.
Who's texting you?
Jordan Berry. She says, wrap it up.
You know what, Jordan?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Are you doing?
Are you going to another show today?
I'm doing your arch nemesis is Chicks.
Chicks in the office.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm never invited on the man pods.
That's
Because
sad.
they're going to get boned up. They can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
You
And
should.
I literally told Francis, I was like, I don't get invited on the man ones. And he goes, but you're doing it about out and about. And I said,
That's
that
He goes,
is
sorry, I'm on the
sexist.
phone right
for
now.
the girls. For the girls. Wait, are you guys fighting with Francis right now? Or are you guys good?
No,
No,
they
we're
were
good.
just. We had a nice powwow with him today. We were
Yeah.
talking about our weekends, and
Yeah, we love
Do
friends.
you like how he's growing his hair out?
I love hair.
I
growing hair out.
noticed that.
It's giving Disney Prince, who
Yes.
traumatized me.
He's an actor now.
But I like it.
He's in an
Yes.
in-between spot.
He's
but
a
I think if
Netflix
he
actor.
commits-
And you're a Netflix stand-up comedian
Yes.
out July 9th.
That's right.
Which
so
you'll be
out
now.
3 or 4 days ago. Make sure you check out. What was the name of your special?
We ride at dawn.
We ride at dawn in a copper chew piece. Hannah Berner looks hot, and she's on top of the world. Congratulations
Thank
on all
you,
your
babe.
success,
I love
Mama.
you guys so much.
Love you.